Breath, in and out, invisibly, yet never have I experienced my own scent quite like this, behind a mask. The stank perfume of my own sweat, menses filth, I know those, but this is a very different affair. It smells of creation and milk. New, wrapped perceptions of breath emerge, warm, human, vulnerable. It's rhythmic cycling without a visible mechanism. Amazing. But don't run about masked or it'll beat and suffocate you like a pillow to the face. We're supposed to exhale carbon dioxide, not keep reusing it. But regardless of whether it's thin, thick, or gasping, it brings life. What an enormous weight for something we can't see. It dances like Ginger and Fred with my heart in perfect sync. They say that of all the human senses, breath is the most holy. It expands beyond the body, unlike touch, taste, sound, and vision. It has a will to express itself. Then it seeks the ether for its final transformation. Quiet, like clouds in silent conversation with God. When I take time to embrace this imperceptible force rather than casually observe, it's all such a miracle, really. I suppose this perfectly parallels with the chaos of COVID. Everyone isolating, moving inwards, reflecting, going deeper and deeper into themselves. And all around, civilization crumbling like crackers in your back pocket. My father would have called this Armageddon and once again justified his self-righteous faith. Personally, I think it's just the future, unfolding as it has always done and always will. Families drawing tighter, sitting together, watching the setting sun as it pours through a cleaner atmosphere. Did you hear the local people of India are reporting seeing the Himalayas for the first time? Clear skies, amazing, wonderful. What a holy vision that must be. A validation for the cycle of chaos forever pushing toward order. The duality that we both despise and require. It seems we are waking up, no longer allowed to dwell here as somnambulists. These masks, a constant reminder of the edge we're all living on. These big choices ahead of us, filled with petrified fear and grand opportunity. I remember doing a performance piece at La Mama Theater in Tokyo. It opened with large hanging masks that I interacted with and ended up wrapped in a cocoon. I thought I was so cutting edge back then. There was something liberating about no one in the audience being able to see my face. I could be filled with pain or disgust, and all they would see was the image of the character I projected within the context of music and dance. I loved the deception of it. Masks can be so cool. Walking about these days, whether paper, cotton, or polyester, I find sanctuary behind my mask. It forces deep awareness of my breath, the affirmation of life. It's what we first take in and the last thing we leave behind. Gentle, constant. Without COVID, I would have never been reacquainted with this marvel, which is now treasured, measured, and thanked. Lucky me. Yes, I get pimples around my chin as the sweat clings, but it is so worth it. I wanted to create a mask that prints a photo of my lower face so that I look like I was always smiling and it would help us identify each other better. But then I thought it'd be more scary than amusing. I would actually love to document the reactions of Menyori, a Japanese samurai mask. Their facial armor was designed to invoke paralyzing fear, terror. Fierce demons from your worst nightmare, slaying you with their facial horror even before drawing their katana. I wonder how their breath was feeding those blood-soaked battles. The soundtrack of panting, screaming, and thousands of last gasps all around them. The slow leveling off of the warrior's internal tempo as the scene winds down to its final twitches and groans. The realization of victory as the soldier emerges intact with his mask, blade, and his breath. The drama of life and death, breath and breathlessness. And here we are, little humans, reimagining our big world, waking up from our dream of life, creating, moving, reassembling, and breathing. Finally remembering what the ancients have always told us. The Theravada says, quote, one who has gradually practiced, developed, and brought to perfection mindfulness of the in and out breath as taught by the Enlightened One, illuminates the entire world, like the moon when freed from clouds. Amen.